Welcome to your Evolution Revolution, already in progress. Power Rangers Dino Fury episode numero uno. Destination Dinohenge, and of course me, I'm of course the one on the triple the G.O.D, aka Mr. Pop Dim Things, aka Bishop Pastor L, live right here with you. But yo, I do not put in this work alone. Pound it. Everybody's favorite everything, the Green Monster Squishmurder, and my family, the congregation. May you all be praised for holding down my six. Nothing but love. Can't hold it down without my ladies of rage, Bessie, Janine, Magdalene, the intern, Annalise, and your girl in mind, Miss Morse, aka Miss Morsley, Honani, Unos, Doses, Thraces, and Quattros, and always holding me down. Got my sixes, usual, and spirit counting all the money for the building fund. My main man, Mr. W, and all of us would like to welcome you right back here, live with us right here on Teen Jerry FTV. And yes, I told you, welcome live to the Evolution Revolution, because Power Rangers Dino Fury episode number 1, Destination Dinohenge, is here and now, and we are in it. Man, this is going to be an interesting trip for real through Dino Fury, because this is a history. This is history for me. That history that I'm not quite proud of, but I just want to just put it out there. Dino Fury, if I don't finish it by time is over, will be the first Power Rangers adaptation I have not completed the Sentai for. And I really want to finish watching the Soldier, because of what I got out of the 11 episodes I got to sit down and watch. It was getting good, and then things happen. But hopefully, given that the way Power Rangers works on Nickelodeon, that'll be 5 years before the next 5 episodes come out, I might be able to finish up everything I'm on behind on. Keeping hope alive. But anyway, we here, and I'm like, yo, I just want to sit up here because I got notes, you know what I'm saying? I've evolved. I got notes now, general synopsis of things I want to talk about. So, first thing on my list to sit up here and literally talk about, that theme song. Because again, I'm going to keep it 100. When I first heard it at the preview, I'm kind of like, okay, I'm rocking with this a little bit. Heard it like when, in the lead to the episode, yo, I got a little hype. Right before I hit record on the joint, I listened to it because I just want to just review the episode one more time and take a look at my notes and make sure they were good. I'm like, yo, sometimes you listen to a song enough and then it turned into a super bop. I'm like, yo, theme is a super bop. I kind of wish, the opening, before the lyrics come on, they would have kept more of that flow, but I can't complain. Yo, song is a bop. Even though, I really wish that we would grow past as a people in the year of our Lord 2021 of having Go-Go Power Rangers in the theme, but I understand why it's there. It's part of the history, it's just legendary in the song, so it's I understand it, and they did a real good job of not harping on it or anything. They say it once, they say it twice, and the rest of it is explaining the lyrics about your Rangers who finna be putting in work for the next couple of years, so you know what I'm saying, yo, gotta do that. Yeah, give applause for that, you know what I'm saying, song is banking, super bop. Song is super bop, box is out of here. How about we actually talk about an episode? Because first things first, we need to talk about Amelia, Jane, and Buzz Blast. We need to set that up because I've got questions. Understanding what I know about Root Soldier, I understand that Amelia is actually an amalgam in this adaptation of 2 characters from Root Soldier. Asuna, the Pink Ranger, and Uwe, their human friend, who gets dragged up in all this. And for people who didn't watch Root Soldier, Uwe had a YouTube channel where she recorded weird stuff, and then that's how she met the Root Soldiers, and they did their thing or whatever. Given what it is that we know and what we learned about Amelia's interaction with Jane, and we saw that she did that thing about the lip gloss and stuff, on Buzz Blast or whatever, what is the relationship going to change once we introduce the rest of the Rangers to this Buzz Blast business? It's Buzz Blast seemed like one of those upstarts where, they play ping pong all day while doing ideas. It's is this place finna turn into your earnings? Is this gonna be your home away from home and things like that, even though you got a command center? Is this where when you have your interactions with people having problems of the day, is it going to be Buzz Blast focused? Don't know. I don't see Jane immediately becoming a Power Rangers ally. I think that's something that once the Power Rangers start to get introduced and things like that, and understanding there's a team and there are real problems, which given this episode, literally the whole world is going to understand there's a big, huge problem that only Power Rangers can solve. How important the news and telling it from the angle of someone who's right there, because it's probably going to be a literal episode about Amelia and privacy and Power Rangers and Buzz Blast. That's a thing they could literally do. You could learn a lesson from that. I don't know. I'm just spitballing, just guessing. But that'll be interesting and dope. Like if they take it in a way of, I can't tell who I am, but here's what's going on with the Power Rangers right now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a thing. So again, I don't see Jane becoming an ally early on, but given that if you get into Super Dino Fury, whatever they're going to call it, they may not call it, they just going to be Dino Fury Season 2, I don't know, in that juncture, when she might accidentally see one of them transforming inside a Buzz Blast. You're the Pink Ranger. Shh, can't tell nobody. And then she become the ally, and then, then when they got to sneak out, they got somebody who know what's going on and have a human ally like that, not necessarily in the mix of everything, but someone who knows what's going on and will help use Buzz Blast to try to sit up here and be like, the Rangers are good, don't vilify him, things of that nature. You're reverse J. Jonah Jameson, if you like. So I'm interested in literally seeing like that part of it evolve, because the thing is that, because literally the next thing on my list to talk about Ollie, but I'm going to leave it on this question right here. And not a question as much as an observation. I don't think that even Zato being an alien, that they are going to be portrayed as high school children. I think they're going to be like teenagers who are in college or, exploring vocations afterwards, because we still got Izzy and Javi, you know what I'm saying, to really come into the mix and really tear things up. Shout out to Big Bomba, my boy Yo Murder Man Told was really good famo, so shit. But it's going to be interesting to really see, like, again, like, I think Buzz Blast is going to be an interesting thing to really, like, find out, like, what's up with them as civilians as Power Rangers versus Power Rangers as Power Rangers, right? So keep that in mind, right? Speaking of the boy Ollie, is that he's your Melto. And he's your Melto in a different way. Practical human knowledge in the year of our Lord 2021. Right? That's just what it is. So understanding and knowing like that's going to be the immediate part he's going to play. But I really think that once you introduce the rest of the Rangers and he gets used to his position as a Power Ranger, which he is really excited about, by the by, because again, like, this is another thing that we're literally going to talk about towards the end, because one of the questions I have is we need to like establish like canonically what's going on here when you're introducing Morphin Masters coming out of a hole 65 million years ago. I don't know, but we're going to try to suss it out. But we going to really see like how much of a part that's going to play with his practical knowledge of seeing how that clashes with alien tech and things of that nature. Because I really got a feeling like you could tell some really good stories with that as the characters grow and evolve in their situation. Speaking of, one other character that we met after we were introduced to Ali is we let him miss his mama kind of cake. We not finna get into that right now. I'm some cake, man. You know what I'm saying? Got to do that for the family. The family. If I don't put cake into work, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm not doing it right. Then I'm not preaching correctly. Because I am Bishop Pastor L. You know what I'm saying? Delivering you from L. So you stay winning, crimp it up. Anyway, Ollie's mama Lana, right? I am wondering, even given that we are going to speak about Solon in a bit, is Lana going to become their human mentor? Because again, this is another Rousseau parity here of understanding of now Hisa, which is Ui's father, for non-Rousseau watchers. Of that, the episode that I watched really early on, he was the guy that was like, because he was an archaeologist too, he studied, so he was a well-traveled traveler of when they needed to know something. Because, the main character, Cole, wasn't really smart all the way up here. And even then, you know what I'm saying, he could always butt in and be like, yo, here's some lessons for you. Here's what you need to know. Lana could be that for them. Because, again, and I'm going to mention this, that this could be a version of the Keeper-Kendall relationship from Dino Charge, of, that's how Kendall got into the mix, was how she met Keeper and all the crazy stuff that happened that led to all the Dino Charge adventures. So it should literally be interested in wondering like how they could play that if they decide that what they want to do in this adaptation is really bringing Ollie's mom into this mix, even though she was all the way literally in it already. So that'll be something that I am definitely interested to see, like if they even follow up on that. Is that how much are these humans that are involved with our civilian Power Rangers are going to be involved in the mix of all this craziness of 65 million year ago war and some purple guy running around sitting up here like I'm releasing globines that turn into monsters. I don't know. But that's kind of what I want though, because I really think that even given the little bit that we're going to talk about Solon in a minute, of understanding and knowing like that's what that is that would be a nice, what's the word I'm looking for here, a nice balance between your dinosaur lady who's been around for 65 million plus years and this accomplished scientist. You can really do a lot with that, man. Shout out to Tommy, you know what I'm saying, and Dino Thunder, because we love the Dino Thunders around here. So you could really do a whole bunch with that. Like, you know what? I was gonna say something, but we're literally going to hold that, right? Let's take a moment and let's talk about our boy Zato, who sat up here and produced the Versace beat. Like, literally go listen to the Versace beat. You know what I'm saying? They sit up here like, shout out to Zato. And I'm like, kind of like, how a Power Ranger who's been in suspended that way for 65 million years making beats for the Migos and Drake. I don't know, but hey, I don't write it. I'm just telling you what it is. I just report the news. Real talk. Zato is not Cole in any way. Cole was not 100% right up here. Zato has literally fought multiple wars and has led multiple teams, and he is the only one remaining. Or so we think, because we're literally finna get into another character in a second. But I really gotta sit up here and wonder how they gonna really play Zato, because that is going to be really important in this adaptation, because you already come off the gate, Zato's not a dum-dum. He done sat up here and is going to be literally responsible for leading a group of people who have never done this before. Because given that that's what they're going to do, they not going to sit up here and come up with the excuse of, you have the power now, so you kind of sort of know what to do, fam. I don't think you're going to run that, because you really have a way to really introduce Zato as this battle-hardened warrior, leader, ready to sit up here and put it all on the line, and you gotta sit up here and you gotta train these rookies to get up to snuff with you, even though the footage, because it's there, because we as fans understand it's an adaptation, and that's what you do, is that unless they filming original stuff to sit up here where Ollie and Amelia make mistakes early on is a thing that they do as they're learning to adjust to their new powers and not understanding about how Izzy and Javi work into all of this, and I can't wait till we get to them and talk about them. But you've really got to wonder, like, how do they play Zato? That's going to be big in this adaptation, because the way that they portray Zato could literally make or break this show. Literally. Think about that show we don't talk about. And because of how that character was literally betrayed, how much that hurt the show, even though the show on its own was really stupid. Just, it is what it is, right? Here's the big question. Void Knight. Given what I know about Gothel, given what I know, there's a lot you could do with that, because in the end, and near the end of the episode, when we had that flashback, we saw a glimpse of the Gold Ranger, or whatever color they're going to call him, because, you know, you can do what you want here. Either Void Knight is the Gold Ranger. Void Knight is somebody who fought with Zato on Ravcon, came to Earth but didn't get no powers. You could, if you want to, copy some Dino Charge. You know what I'm saying? That they could do the Dino Charge thing of, he's trapped inside of the bad guy and the good guy comes out. If that's how you really want to run that. If that's what you want. If you want to run some Ivan of Xandar, you can run that. But there's a lot you can really do with that. Knowing what I know about Rusolja, there's a lot you can do with that in general. So it's a question of wondering, hell, the one other thing that I thought of, it could literally be that the Void Knight armor has taken over somebody they know, and that they really wanted to really fully embrace, kind of like what Rusolja was at its base. You could literally, if you wanted to, have a Tommy run back. If they really wanted to sit up here and really plan that long game out of, it's just like, here, I'll give you what it is that I'm rapping about in my brain right now. Say it's some dude at the Buzz Blast that just come out the blue all of a sudden. After we've had a couple of Ranger Establishment episodes, all five are in the building. Oh, we know this guy from whatever. He's sitting up here competing head to head with the Rangers, but secretly, you know what I'm saying, he's the Void Knight sitting up here not knowing, you know, some Kilo Con Superhuman Samurai Sniper Squad shit. I just had to mention that because I watched the video about it last week. You should watch SSSSS Gridman, you know what I'm saying, Rika Takarada, the greatest thing ever. Anyway, there's a lot you can do with that. And that's literally just something I just came off the dome with. Like, there's a lot with Void Knight being the character that Void Knight is. There's a lot you can do with the footage that you have available, not only from Rusolja, but also from the Super Sentai Psycho battle, that you could do some stuff with it if you really want to do some stuff. Like, there's a lot here. But the question is, how would you properly adapt that? Do you go for Ranger trapped inside armor? Do you go for the Tommy amalgam? There's a lot you can really do with this because of Rusolja being the celebration of all the Dino Sentai. Is that given that we kind of sort of ended our last series, Beast Morphers, with technically an adaptation of a movie that, you know, was supposed to finish killing the character and also be a celebration of dinosaurs at the same time, which for things I didn't really understand about that Versus movie, but we're not going to get to that now. If y'all want me to review that movie, I'll watch it again because I've watched it 3 or 4 times over the years, but we're not going to get to that. Not going to do that. So, only thing we really got left is the Solon, but before, should I mention Warden Garcia? Should I mention this guy? Is this guy gonna be important? Because he seemed like a hating ass dude to me. He seemed like he a hater. He hating. Like he gonna sit up here. He gonna be the dude in the last episode. Go Power Rangers! I'm sorry I sat up here and went in the woods and started hating on y'all, but I love the Rangers. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know how much of that's going to be an issue, because given that if he hanging out around Dinohenge all the time, at some point he going to figure out who the hell the Rangers are. So I'm like, I don't know, like they might have to find a Russo to sit up here and hypnotize this guy like, yo, we are the Power Rangers in black, hypnotize him, hit the neural, bing, and just be done with it. I don't know. I don't know why we talking about this, why we're discussing it, but in my notes, we supposed to talk about Warden Garcia, because let's be real. How are you a warden of a forest? Now, here's the thing. Before you say something in the comments and that, I know what warden means in the instance of where he is a warden of the forest. I get it, okay? Why don't you just call it dude Ranger Smith? Hey, boo-boo, we finna get some picnic baskets. No. Totally not. No. We're not gonna do that. No. No. But it'll be interesting to see like what kind of character development you getting out the hating ass warden of the forest. That should be fun. Now let's get to actual real work. Solon. We talked about Lana kind of earlier. Solon is on a different thing, because again, like my only question was, and I put it in my notes because I wanted to talk about it. If they decide that they gonna bring Ollie's mom into this, the kind of interaction the two of Cove have, because you have an archaeologist and you have a 65-year-old dinosaur. So there's a lot you can do with that. Here is my call though. Solon becomes a ranger before this is all over. Because yes, I know the next thing I'm going to say is Mechanic Episode 2. Yes. Solon becomes a ranger. Just put that out there. Given what I know about Rusolja, if they really want to do it, they got the footage to do it. So it'll be interesting to see, because one of the things they established that Solon fought alongside the Knights of Ravkan. So if they really want to give her a power, they definitely could do that. I'd watch out for that just in case they need another toy to sell. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to talk about Mick, because who knows when the hell he's going to show up. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely interested in that. Let's get to the gritty. the gritty before we get up out of here. The Morphin Masters. What in the world? Like, that is the most wildest callback you could literally base your series off of. Like, y'all literally call it back to like 2 seconds of an episode of OG Power Rangers. And I'm just kind of like, really? This is what we're doing here. All the ways you could have done this, this is what you're going to do. Here's the thing, though. Given the Power Rangers in which we live in, and again in the year of our Lord, 2021, is our previous series, and the series before that, started the process of uniting all of the canon of Power Rangers, even which was established under the head of Saban and all that stuff, of understanding that RPM takes place in an alternate dimension that's separate from everything else. That there are two versions of the world of Dino Charge. We have Power Rangers that mostly goes unchecked. There's always a Ranger series and things like that, separated by this and that or whatever. We have the episode Dimensions in Danger, of understanding and knowing that that's how this was established. We have that whole crossover in Beast Morphers that continues to establish this, because the one thing that once I get through Beast Morphers and I review all the episodes and do that, the one thing I'm going to say, I applaud and appreciate how much Ranger history is in there, and how much that Hasbro took the opportunity to be like, yo, we need to reestablish these worlds because it works this way. And they did a wonderful job in the things that I saw that they made that work, and I can appreciate that. This, however, sits up here and throws a whole wrench in the game, because this establishes a lot of things we can guess that if it's true that this is what this is. If we're talking mainline continuity, Zato and the rest of the ancient Dino Charge Rangers, of the Dino Fury Rangers, I should say, misspoke, are your first Power Rangers ever. Now here's the thing. There's not knowing that there were Power Rangers before this point, because, we don't know that. So, in the instance of, there's a lot that if you really want to go with that you could do with that to link that to OG Power Rangers. Stuff that you could try to get answers from Zordon and even other guy I'm not going to mention, because I'm not going to mention that guy, because, he was left behind by somebody who got sat up here and made a Z-Wave of. We're not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? We're not. We shouldn't. We won't. I'm trying not to. Go say. Anyway. There's a lot to infer here. There literally is, because of what the worlds are. Because again, let's again one more time take a literal double check of where we are when worlds are this and dimensions are that. We have the continuity in which our evolution revolution, which we're talking about now, Power Rangers Dino Fury, is what it is. That 65 million years ago, some dudes came out of a portal, was like, yo, y'all Power Rangers, here are the souls of some dinosaurs, whoop some ass now. Okay, that. We have the continuity that is Power Rangers, that's been established, that has been one whole thing, but different things and this and that and blah, 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 because it's really confusing because of how Power Rangers used to be before it became what it was. We have, we have at this juncture RPM, which takes place in a whole different dimension, because you've got to establish that somehow because of how things were adapted. I'm like, the less we talk about Megaforce, the better. We're not going to do that. We did that twice when I did that Ghost thing and did this. Whatever, right? We have the two versions of Dino Charge, where one where the Earth gets sucked into a hole and billions are dead, and the other one where dinosaurs exist at the same time as human beings because, something character who came back in next season to get no technical plot relevance. We're not going to get into that either. There's a video on the channel talking all about that one particular event, because billions dead, not going to do that. And then what Beast Morphers made the attempt to do in trying to unify all of these and try to get us some further explanation about what's going on. And here's where we are. So, even through all of that explanation and trying to sit up here and using it as a loading screen like this to try to figure out, I don't know. Hopefully that if Hasbro wants to continue to build on this interconnected Power Rangers universe, which allegedly, according to news, that they're going to literally reset as soon as this show is over. It'll be nice to have some answers. It'll be nice that if you know that if they want to sit up here and they want to do things like because of this is Dino Fury and we got stuff, you could say Lana knows Tommy Oliver. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Tommy Oliver. You know what I'm saying? You could sit up here. You could do these kind of things if you want to, because we literally had a crossover that establishes these things. So who knows? Who knows? But this Morphin Master stuff literally has me asking a whole bunch of questions that I really hope that before this is over, that the show doesn't give you some half-stake answer of they just came out of hole and just gave Zato some power, hold an L, thank you. No. Like, if y'all gonna sit up here and y'all gonna reference that episode of Power Rangers and reference Power Eggs and do all this stuff, start what you finish. That's all I ask the show to do. Start what you finish. Because if they literally sit up here and they use it as some weird plot device to never be brought up again, that's bad storytelling and that sucks. That's horrible adaptation and that's just bad, period. So I'm hoping Hasbro don't do that. That I'm hoping that there's some link to all of this and putting all this together. That between the stuff with Void Knight about who Void Knight may or may not be, of Solon ultimately becoming a Ranger, maybe Lana becoming one of their allies and things like that, what's going on with Jane and Buzz Blast, what's going on with our 3 Rangers who will soon become 5. There's a lot to dissect here, and it's going to be fun to sit up here and really go through this. And hoping that if things are what they are, that maybe I'll be able to not only finish Cowboy vs. Indians, but Soldier and 01 and all these other shows that I'm not caught up on. It's going to be a fun trip. So, like I said, the evolution revolution has begun. Dino Fury is looking like that working. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's great if you can hit it out the gate. That's great. The only thing that we'll talk about at the end of the day is can you finish? Because I'll say it live. Ninja Steel started out great after the fumbled end of Dino Supercharged. Ninja Steel started out great, and then the back end of Super Ninja Steel just went just like that, like I did in my jet. That's what it did. That's the example I'm giving you. Just is what it is. So we are definitely going to see what Dino Fury has in store for us. So, given that, I had a crazy week, it took me a while because I had some things to come up. I'm going to try to aim for at least every Sunday to get the review out. That's what my plans are. You know what I'm saying? Don't hold me to it. Not a blazing to it, but I'm going to try my damn best. So, it is what it is. With that, life happens. It is what it is. And I'm going to literally be for real at the end of this. This is not my job. I don't get paid for this. I review this stuff because I love it, so it'll come out when it come out. So it is what it is with that. Straighten it out. So, hope you guys have learned something, you know what I'm saying, was able to get this from another vector, you know what I'm saying, of understanding how I'm coming at this show. So if you enjoy it, you know what I'm saying, hit the subscribe button, hit them bells, you know what I'm saying, come and join us for more work. So, with that being said, I'm, of course, Mr. Pop That Thing, the one and only triple the G.O.D. aka Mr. CRCKCSAINA. Hashtag entertainment's #1 dope man. I am indeed the baddest monster in existence, and I'm always delivering you from these airs, so you stay winning out here as Bishop, Pastor, Elder L, holding it down. Good morning, ma'am. How can I help you? How can I help you? I'm at the end of the video. I'm trying to close it out.
Just saying hi.
Hi.
I mean, if somebody wants to call it out,
That was the missus. Missus says hello. She heard me like in the end of my intro. She just like, hi, baby. And I'm just kind of like, I love you too, darling. And I'm like, the video's almost over. But anyway, that's your queen Contel. You know what it is. What's up? Speaking of the queen, the famo, pound it 3 more times. Everybody's favorite everything, the Green Monster Squishverse, surrounded by our family, the congregation. May you all be praised for holding down my 6. Mwah, nothing but love. Bessie, Janine, Magdalene, the intern Annalise, your girl and mine, Miss Martha, aka Miss Marceline, Hodani Unos, Doses, Thraces, and Quattro. Shout out to Big Sis, Little Sis, and Big Cuz, The ladies of rage always burning down the streets with all this work. And of course in spirit, counting that money from the building fund because we stay winning, never losing round here. My main man, Minister W. Without him, I don't know how this work will be getting to you, but we out here delivering y'all from these losses, man. So stay winning out there. With that being said, let's go ahead and wrap it up. Look, if you made it through the end of all of this, yo, if you're not subscribed, hit that button. Hit them bells. You know what I'm saying? Do that. You know what I'm saying? All my social medias is down below. And if you want to support the show with your cash money, Cash App, PayPal, Patreon. Shout out to my boy Drew, a.k.a. Young Money Bastard. Shout out to my little brother Ryan Bomber. One half of the partisan type. Me holding down the other 50%. Couldn't do it without your little brother for sure. Look, Power Rangers Dino Fury, episode number 1, Destination Dinohenge is a wrap. Next episode, we in it. So, you know what I'm saying? Expect that in the middle of the week just to get this review, like a day or two to breathe or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? Be expecting those. And try to get these out every Sunday. That's my plan. You know what I'm saying? Saturday, Sunday, no later than Monday. That's my plan. I'm not beholden to it. Again, this is not my job. I'll do it when I can and it come, but I don't want to lose track like this like I did on Beast Morphers and stuff like that. Things just been crazy and it be like that. But again, I just want to give a big shout out to my main man and my partner in this winning mystery, my main man, Minister W. He been staring at me, like trying to get back Bishop, Pastor, Elder L to get here and to deliver you from these L's because we stay winning, never losing round here. So nothing but love for my brother, man. Appreciate it always. Wouldn't want to win with nobody else other than you, little brother. So for sure, keep holding me down. Regardless of that, we've got plenty of more show for you, and we've indeed got it right after these commercial messages. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Dino Fury gonna be that work. Can't wait to get more of it. Regardless, more show for all of y'all right after these commercial